Hello, and welcome to Keystone Copycats with Chris and Zach. I, of course, am your host, Zach, and he, of course, your other host.
Hot off the tracks and fresh in the table, here we come with another episode, making friends and singing rhymes and making rhythm in our time. Rimnick. We're hot off the fresh and practically on the table
So,
with this episode.
my sister
Cuts
was
hair.
wondering why we were singing about beavers on a recent episode.
Well, how do you want to chop the wood? Or what? How'd it go?
I don't know.
Oh, you sang it.
You did.
No.
It was you.
Yeah. Hey there, beaver. How you doing? I don't know how it went. Something about chop that wood.
That sounds like you.
Yeah. We just watched this movie. And you know what we did? We switched it on you.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. Last week we said we were going to talk about Pretty Woman, but we both didn't watch the movie. One of us did.
That's not true.
We both didn't.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's right.
I didn't watch it.
And then my car was on fire. No, it wasn't
an
on
explanation.
It wasn't on fire, but I showed up here and he wasn't ready, and I didn't want to watch it again, so we just watched something else.
Yeah. We're going to do Pretty Woman next week. That's going to be next week.
Guess what? Meg Ryan's back on the table, baby. We decided we would stick with Meg Ryan.
Something happened, and an orc said to me, Meg's back on the menu, boys.
Get it? See, I don't see why the menu thing is that big of a problem, because clearly at Bree they have restaurants in Tolkien's world, so the orcs probably stalked them and learned about it. Like, they've been around for thousands of years.
Are you saying that's a problem? Do people have an issue with that?
Not being back on the menu. Yeah, people were like, how do orcs know about a menu?
Well, here's the thing. They work for Saruman. He's a cultured guy.
Yeah.
He would teach them before they, like, of course he would.
Because he has that restaurant in the bottom, you know, like on that
Yeah, it's a
extra
Starbucks
scene.
down there.
Yeah, the extra scene where they have all the turkey and the good food and all that.
Yeah.
Really, he had a, like, orc cook.
Yeah. And that
Or maybe Wormtongue did it.
there was that deleted scene where Wormtongue is updating the menu board at the Starbucks in the base of the
Or is it Wormtail?
tongue. It's tongue.
Tongue. He's like wiping the chalkboard off with today's
He's
special.
updating the menu board. He's drawing like a big cup of coffee with like a
Do you think
unicorn.
Sauron has to go down and pay him like shekels or something?
What?
Shekels.
Why would it be shekels?
That's English.
No,
For money.
it isn't.
Yeah, you're like, how many shekels you got? I'm like, I got a bunch.
No, I understand the concept of money and asking how much money one has. Like, I get that.
What
Just
current?
I don't have any doesn't mean I don't understand it.
I didn't know if you knew what currency was, so I used an example of, hey, do you have some?
No,
Yeah,
what I
have
currently
some.
see is
Man,
a dumbass.
I'm in a good mood today. You know why? Because we watched a baller-ass movie.
Is that what you called it?
No, the movie's... Spoiler, the movie we're going to talk about here soon sucks. And also, we haven't announced it, so don't even watch it, 'cause it sucks.
Here's what I'm starting to understand.
Yeah.
You only like action movies.
That's not true.
I think it is.
I like adventure, too.
That's the same thing.
I like thrillers sometimes.
Same thing.
And suspense.
Same thing.
And adrenaline.
Don't forget action.
No, I don't really love action movies.
Yes, you do.
There's
That's
a lot
all
of
you
action
love.
movies I don't like.
What's your favorite movie?
Like Smash 'em Up Hollywood movies. I don't like that.
What? Name one. Name a smash 'em up
I mean, if they're
Hollywood
from the
movie.
90s, that's okay. But
No. Name a smash 'em up Hollywood movie, because I don't know what that genre is.
What's the one with the Rock? All the Rocks, actually.
Like those.
Every single The Rock movie.
You
Except for
like
the movie
them.
The Rock. I like that.
You like his movies.
No, I don't.
You like the Jumanjis?
That one's okay.
You
But that's
like-
not Smash 'em Up.
I don't know what that means.
What's the one with the wolf and the lizard and the big
You
old
like that
gorilla
movie.
and they attack? No.
You do.
I don't like that. Or Transformers, didn't like
He's
that.
not in Transformers.
Did I put an A on it?
Transformers.
It's from Boston.
You sound like my daughter. She started doing a thing lately where she'll like drop R's at the end of words. She'll be like, Daddy, can I have some crackers? I'm like, Jesus.
It's good.
Can I have a drink of your water?
It saves time. You're not doing all that pronunciating.
Yeah, you gotta hit that R.
What else? So
You want some crackers? So how you doing?
I'm doing.
You do really
doing
only
pretty
like
good.
action movies. That is
No,
true.
That's not true. But speaking of your sister, I went and got a fantastic haircut. So
Ooh, so did I.
if you need a haircut, go see Zach's sister. I'm not going to give any more info than that. Just figure out where Zach is and then figure out where his sister is and then get a haircut from her.
Yeah, that's true. She's good.
But there was a hairdresser behind her, and she accidentally knocked something over. So I made a joke. I'm like, oh, she's over there acting like a cat, like knocking shit off the counter. And she laughed, but I could tell that your sister didn't really know her that well. So she was holding back, and I was like, "Do you have something to say?" And she goes, "No, I just wanted to make a joke, but I didn't want to make it I didn't want to go too far." And I was like, "Well, now it's suspenseful. You got to tell us." She goes, "Oh, I was gonna say, and use your butthole."
What?
And I was like, "What? Like a cat?" And I was like, "What?" And she
Use
goes,
your butthole like
she
a
was like,
cat.
"Yeah, knock stuff over like a cat, using your butthole to knock things over." And I'm like, "Well, hang on, that's way too far."
Does she think
you
that
were
cats have like articulated buttholes that like
No.
grab things and knock them down?
Well, you know, I wouldn't grab it with a butthole, but you grab a butthole. That's what you do. Like if a cat's gonna show you its butthole, you're like, "Ah, got it."
Yeah, everyone knows that like if you need to get a hold of a cat for anything, you grab it by the butthole.
No, but she's saying that cats often show their anus.
Yeah, I guess.
And then with that, I guess they knock things over because they're sassy with
it was
their
sort of
anus.
unrelated.
Yeah, both things are about cats, and she merged them. But
It's like-
she was right. You know what? She did the right thing. She said, I shouldn't say this. And I said, say it anyway. And she went, all right.
She shouldn't have said it because it was bad, but not because like it didn't make sense. That's why she shouldn't have
Anyway,
said it.
the woman felt awkward. That was the best part of the story. Is clearly the woman she has to work next to felt awkward, and then I laughed.
So that's like
was fun.
that's like, oh, knocked it down like a cat, and she's like, huh, they also have whiskers. You're like, well, yeah,
True.
okay.
It is related.
I have a cat.
It's my fiance's mother all day long. She can't figure out what to
Non-sequiturs.
say, and she can't figure out what to say with what you're talking about. She can't like quite merge, but she knows the idea, so she says something kind of like
Something
that.
related. Yeah.
If you're like, hey, I was playing my guitar today, she's like, oh, I went to the store. That's by a music shop, and then tells you about the store, and you're like, oh, that's okay. Well,
yeah, yeah, all right.
kind of related.
But it's like a record store. It's not like they don't sell instruments.
Yeah, it's also wrong and lies. 'Cause she's the oldest liar I know.
I like that.
Yep.
So how you doing?
Not too good. I saw not a deer's head on the way coming in.
What was it?
Not a deer's head. It was just a deer's body.
Oh,
So clearly someone struck a deer on the highway and thought, fuck it, I'm going to take the head.
so if you'd seen the head, you'd be doing a lot better.
Yeah.
Because then you'd know it's really
yeah,
dead
you'd-
and not out there as a head masterminding some sort of vengeance on you.
I don't want to be stereotypical, but I really want to. Cynthiana, Kentucky is just, god damn, that it's a hard town. Like, most of the people there are just rough. Like, if you've, like, you don't ever need to go to Cynthiana, Kentucky. Let's
Yeah.
just put it that way, because everyone there is exactly what you think they're going to be. Like, if you ever seen a
They're all named
stereotypical
Cynthia.
Kentuckian, that's what they are there.
They're all named Cynthia or Anna.
Because I don't believe that someone hit a deer and were like, let's get the head. I think someone hit a deer and was like, oh, I killed that deer, and then drove off, and then someone else came by like, oh, deer head. And then
But again,
cut it
deer
off.
head. No, actually, it was a hit. It was a deer hit. If you noticed, it didn't have its hooves either because they didn't want to be able to identify it in any way.
Oddly enough, the night before, we were talking about a family from Cynthiana and how they posted pictures on Facebook of that they just shot a buck and its tongue was out. So the little girl who shot it was posing with pictures of the deer with the tongue out.
Yeah.
And my fiance was like, that's terrible and weird and blah, 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 blah. And everyone was like, oh, no, you're absolutely right. And not surprising at all that people from Cynthiana do that. That's what they were supposed to be doing, I think.
Yeah, of course. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
I heard that they were going to get like
Kentuckians.
I heard that they were going to get like a photo shoot, like with a professional photographer with the deer with the tongue sticking out. Because they thought it was so funny.
I think a professional photographer in Kentucky is just anyone with an iPhone.
So you're a professional photographer in Kentucky? Wow.
That was actually pretty harsh jab at my sister-in-law. Come to think of it.
Wow. Yeah.
Anyway,
She doesn't listen. It's fine.
how you do? Did you like the movie then?
I do like this movie,
Did
but
you like what I talked about?
no,
Hi.
stop talking like thud butt.
Where's
No,
my brother?
I've been
What did I say earlier? Peter, could you get my cheese out of that river?
you did say that earlier.
It's thud butt.
But
It was a cut scene.
yeah.
From Hook.
I've been sick Been sick.
Okay.
My daughter's got me sick.
What am I supposed to do with that? How am I supposed to make that fun on the air? Think!
Nothing you've ever done has been fun.
I'm having a great time. Not going to lie. I'm having a baller.
You're having a baller?
I'm sorry, baller.
You've used the phrase baller multiple times.
Have I?
Yes. You said that you watched a baller-ass movie. I believe that's what you said.
That's sick. I did, though.
Referring to this movie.
No, it was a different movie. It was a smash 'em up movie with The Rock, apparently. I don't just like action movies.
Was it The Rundown?
I think that movie sucks, too. I have watched that.
Was it,
come to think of it, maybe it's just The Rock's movies I don't like. Because I'm trying to think, besides Jumanji, I don't know what else he was in that I like.
He's good in the Fast and Furiouses that he's in,
I don't like those movies.
You've never seen them?
No, I've seen 2.
What's the other one you've
seen?
seen?
You made me watch the first one.
Yeah.
And then I watched, I think, the spin-off one.
Oh, Hobbs and Shaw?
Maybe.
That one's...
No,
that one's okay.
I watched another Fast and Furious movie. It wasn't the spin-off.
Who's in it?
It was way later in the
Charlize?
series. It was way later in the series than it was in Tokyo Drift, because I know that's...
Well, that's 3.
I know, but I know that's supposed to be way later.
It takes place after 6 or 7. I forget which.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Anywho. No, I don't like the big Ninja Turtle movies, the smash 'em up. I don't like big...
Stop saying smash 'em up!
I don't like the big knock 'em down movies. Big.
No one would call the newer live action Ninja Turtles movies action movies.
First off, that's not live action. They look terrible.
I mean, it is. William Fichtner's in it. He's the bad guy. He's a live actioneer.
I think he's only in one of them. That's the guy.
I only saw one of them.
That's the guy where he's in Go.
I've never seen Go.
We should watch Go. You just want to watch Go?
No.
How come we can't ever do any series or even picks of things I want to see? Every single goddamn movie is something that you pick and approve. And every time I want to do a season about musicals, we're not allowed to do it.
Okay, number 1, we're not doing musicals. Number 2.
Two, I can't ever watch Go on here. Can't watch Speed.
You picked the season that we just finished.
Can't watch Gravity.
You picked the season that we just finished. You picked the Marvel season, which was such a bummer.
Well, I do take a little responsibility for the Marvel season. That was my mistake.
Picked the Point Break season.
I didn't know that if you watch Marvel movies back to back in succession, they
suck.
They suck. You get really burnt out.
Did you? You picked True Lies. You picked Swordfish.
Yeah, I didn't pick.
You picked Swordfish. Don't you lie?
Swordfish picked me.
Oh.
that's a good movie.
Yeah. The movie chooses the podcaster. It's like a wand chooses the wizard type
action.
Thing. That's an action movie.
Mystique, sex.
I'm gonna start just saying the word sex in other sentences to really drive people's attention up. You know,
yeah,
I'll just be talking about sex. No, you can't do it like that. You just have to work sex into whatever you're saying regularly.
I'll have an Arby's melt. Sex.
No, you say it in the middle.
Oh.
You say one Arby sex melt, large sexy curly fries, and sex.
Would you want to have sex with someone from Arby's, though?
No, I wouldn't.
No. I don't want them
I feel like they're made out of a sandwich. I feel like they have the meats.
Ew. God.
We talk about Arby's a lot.
I think we talk about just enough. One of our listeners texted me and he was like, I like Arby's sauce. I was like, okay. I just wrote back, okay. I don't know what the fuck
Arby's sauce
meant.
just like barbecue?
And then I realized
I've never had it.
On one of the episodes, I think it was going on about how much I hate Arby's sauce and like the horsey sauce.
No, you didn't know. I don't
know. Then then someone just texted me, I like Arby's sauce, and I didn't engage. I just wrote, okay.
No,
I don't know what to say.
Okay. You were like Arby's greatest defender. You talked about how good it was, how you get it all the time.
Yeah.
And then you dropped a bombshell.
I don't like it.
It's that Arby's is bad.
It's fucking shitty food.
And I mentioned that those crinkle fries are good, and you told me I can't talk about it anymore.
No, this is the third time you brought up the crinkle fries.
I will bring it up every goddamn episode.
Crinkle fries.
Crinkle fries. Cake of fries.
I love the good ones.
Cake of fries.
It's not what you think. I bit my tongue. How you do? You want to go on with this? You want to go on with the movie talk now?
I don't care. What do you want to do?
I think I'm going to get myself in trouble if I keep doing that.
Oh,
list.
But between seasons, we're figuring out which
Ourselves.
Oh, boy, are we? We're figuring out which '90s leading lady from the rom-coms to send to the alien zoo to keep Gary Busey company, because he needs it. He needs it. And I think part of what we should do between seasons is I think that we should really take into account which one of these ladies would suit Gary Busey. That's important. What do you think?
I don't know why we're doing this. I don't know why
He's
you picked
lonely.
3 boring-ass genres with 3 boring-ass women and then made me watch 3 boring-ass movies to put with our hero in...
Our hero. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Put with our hero
Hero.
in Mars, or wherever the hell we put him.
Mars, Canada.
Mars, Canada. I just don't know what the reasoning is. I think it's to punish me. I don't know what I did. I don't know what I've done. I'm a pretty good guy.
You did make me watch True Lies.
That's a good movie.
It's a very bad movie.
Do you remember the time that he used the knife to flick the ice when because he thought he might have been a cartoon character?
Yep.
That's a good movie.
Remember when Tom Arnold hid behind the post? Yeah, I remember that.
And checked his wiener to make sure it was still there.
Yeah.
And said, "Oh God, thank you."
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Me too.
That.
Me too.
That's a really bad movie.
I still don't think there's any one road out of that island.
French. It's French. It's French. That's
my favorite thing was when you called Arnold a billboard. He decided a different approach to be a walking billboard in that party.
Jeez.
Oh, it's true. He did.
Yeah, he really did. I hated that movie.
So tell him, what did we just watch?
So the important thing to take away here,
oh my God,
is that you
tell about your feelings
only
again?
like action movies.
That's not true.
It really is.
I love comedy. Love comedy.
Do you though?
Not all of them.
Just the action ones.
The ones that are fun and have explosions.
And are about lies that are also somehow true.
I've slowly been liking more like horror-esque movies, unfortunately.
Yeah, but that kind of goes hand in hand with action.
I like obscure movies.
You need like punch 'em ups.
I like shish kebabs too. Skewers.
Do you?
I love putting stuff on a stick.
Yeah. Let me ask you this.
Just anything.
What are your thoughts on like grilled fruit?
Like pineapple?
Some people, I'll see people put like pineapple, or like I've seen like melon, different types of melon, or like a mango, like a grilled mango.
No, that's wrong.
Okay.
No. I'm not a big fan of cooking the fruit versus just eating the fruit in a preserve.
I just like to eat the fruit.
Yeah.
That's what I prefer. But I don't like pineapple. It's just not for me. So, don't get me any. When you're sending me an edible arrangement, no pineapple.
I'm sending you a whole pineapple. Just the rind.
Okay.
I found out why you don't eat the inside of a pineapple.
Why?
Because it's really hot. It'll burn your mouth. Plus, it's fibrous.
Like it's
you want to talk about the movie?
Acidic?
Sure.
You don't know. You don't have answers.
I don't know
just
why
say you don't know.
I don't know why it burnt me.
Just say you don't. So this was from an experiment.
Yeah.
You didn't like learn this.
No, I mean I learned the hard way. Yeah, when it burnt the fuck out of me and it hurt. And then I found out you can't eat too much pineapple because it'll burn you. But I don't know
acidic.
Why.
It's acidic. That is why.
Because it is
acidic. Ooh, man.
Rewatch. Sleepless.
We watched Sleepless in Seattle from 1993, directed by Nora Ephron.
In all seriousness, this movie sucked.
I don't get that.
And I don't think that you're going to say anything that's going to convince me otherwise. So what if I have 2 pages of notes?
Oh, no.
So what if I want to talk about this movie a little bit?
I can't say anything to convince you otherwise because you didn't actually watch the movie.
That's not true.
You were on your phone and playing around.
Ordering pizza.
That changes nothing.
I had to make sure it was going to arrive.
You didn't watch the movie.
I watched the movie. The teddy bear came from the
You
kid
saw
in the
part
bag.
of it.
I saw enough of it.
I disagree.
I saw the many trips on the planes.
Yeah.
They were always going somewhere.
Yeah, they were.
I saw that they just wrote off, what's his name, Bill Durham?
Bull Durham?
Bull Durham. That's a movie
It's
about
a movie
baseball.
with Kevin Costner.
Yeah. Bill Paxton. Pullman.
This guy's not horny enough.
Bill Pullman. I saw how they just kind of wrote him off the movie. Like, he didn't do anything wrong. And why bring up the peanut allergy if you weren't going to kill him off?
I think it was.
Why did they not make him some kind of scoundrel where when she leaves him or whatever's going to happen in the end, where we don't feel bad for him? The whole time at the ending, I'm like, oh, that's shitty for that guy. These two suck. I don't like it.
I think it is more. I think that's. I think it's like subverting a cliche. I think the cliche is he's an asshole. She leaves the asshole.
That's fine.
But I think this is subverting that of like. He's a nice guy. He's just not right for her.
Just because it's a cliche doesn't mean you still don't stand by it. Like, it's good versus bad. One's a good guy,
but it doesn't
so we
have
should
to
root
be
for him.
And actually, it subverts the cliche even further by like Tom Hanks being such like a cranky, like, you know, he doesn't seem like a super nice guy. He's like, I don't want this.
Well, the only reason that I think it's better off for Bull Durham is that Meg Ryan sucked. Like, she was a creep.
You know.
And her face looks like a Pringles can that you put fake limbs on.
Her face looks like a Pringles can.
Like if you put fake eyes and a fake nose and the mouth and ears on a Pringles can and then took off the Pringle guy's face, it looks like Meg Ryan. I don't like how she looks.
Okay.
Spoiler.
Okay.
But no, I don't like her. Like, when she was getting undressed and she had her nightie on, I was like, I hope it stops there. Like, I don't want to see any more of this. And this movie was off the wall with the timeline because
it wasn't. Like, you not understanding the timeline of this movie is literally insane.
They announced their wedding.
I think it has
ruined Christmas.
I think it has something to do with not paying attention to the movie.
It's everyone's Christmas at the table, and then they hijack it with their own bullshit. And then he coughs on a peanut that's not there. And then he says, "Don't touch me," when they're trying to help him. And then moments later, she's in a wedding gown, and you're like, "Oh, it's right for the wedding. Okay, whatever." And
nobody thought that.
And then she rips the dress out of anger, or she hulks up, and then they just leave the party. I'm like, "What happened? How did all of that happen in one party?"
I feel like I feel like for the purposes of this movie, you have forgotten how narrative storytelling works. And you're like, why didn't we spend the whole time there? They showed it. They showed it in the movie. What? They talked about it. They showed it. You didn't pay attention, you jackass.
I bought you the nice pizza.
Yeah, it was good.
So where'd the dress come from?
Buddy.
Where'd the dress come from?
It was her grandmother's dress.
Oh, is that why it ripped?
Probably.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So
it was. She was saying. The mom said, "I saved this for you."
If Meg Ryan, if I get a text from someone that says M Ryan in my phone, and it says nudes ? And I'll write no. That's my point.
Great. No, but I don't want that either. What is? I don't.
Well, there you go. Tell her no.
Well, I didn't get the
text.
text.
We need to make a campaign against Meg Ryan.
Why?
It says no nudes, Ryan.
She's a good actor. I don't love this character.
No, actually, I don't, because when she was doing I don't think she was doing a parody. I think she was actually trying to cry for that movie part. It was really bad.
Who? In what movie
Meg
part?
Ryan.
You gotta be more specific.
When she was sitting with Rosie O'Donnell.
Oh, when they were watching The Way We Were.
Yeah, and she was crying. I'm like, oof, that looks really bad. I think she was good in the car when she was listening to the radio show.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think her facial responses were good.
Yeah,
but no, I wouldn't say she's a great actress or actor, whatever you said.
I mean, I didn't say great. I didn't say great.
Okay, I don't think she's.
I said good.
It's also a stretch.
I don't like the character very much.
So now, I mean, she
seems crazy.
The sad thing is, you said it's like she's got mail. So now I need to watch that, I guess.
I mean, why?
No, that's You've Got Mail. I was thinking She's All That.
What?
I merged She's All That and You've Got Mail with She's Got Mail.
You know, in the 90s, like when I saw like an attractive girl, I'd be like, ooh, she's got mail.
That's when she's with she's with a dude. Ooh, she's got a mail.
She's got mail.
There you go.
Welcome.
I don't know. Okay, so what's so great about this fucking movie? What's so good about her acting?
I mean, you said it yourself.
What, the car scene?
That's really good.
Okay, that's it.
She plays this. No.
And also, She didn't peel the apple in one go.
No, she didn't. No, she didn't.
So I don't know why he said, like, I get, like, it's a reminiscent thing. I don't know why they chose to have her peeling the apple with a knife, by the way. No one peels an apple with a knife. It's
You
silly.
do if you're a badass.
No, you eat it with a knife if you're a badass.
Oh, like Christopher Lloyd and Dennis the Menace.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
That's the only thing I think of.
No.
Eating an apple with a knife.
Also, in The Bodyguard, he's eating an apple with a knife.
I've never seen
That's
The
where I started
Bodyguard.
doing it as a kid. I'm like, I'm going to be cool like Kevin Costner in The
You're
Bodyguard.
just obsessed with Kevin Costner.
I love him. But no, you can eat an apple with a knife like Christopher Lloyd, but you don't peel an apple with a knife. You just use your teeth. Fuck it. But no, you use a peeler.
No, you just eat the peel because, like, why not?
Yeah, being a wiener. Anyway, the problem with that is if they were going to say it's simpatical or simpatico or whatever it's called to that she can peel an apple in one go and so could the wife, she should have done it. But, like, I noticed when she was peeling, I said, oh, she's doing a pretty good job. And then she missed and cut it. I was like, oh, she almost got it, like, most of the way.
And then she did another one. And then, I agree. But, like, yeah, I think they wanted that to work. And I feel like they shot the scene with, like, Tom Hanks talking about it first. And then when they did hers, they, like, she couldn't do it in one. And it was like, that's the best I'm going to get.
I was thinking, I'm like, man, that's pretty impressive that she's doing it with that shitty knife and got that far. I was like, oh, that's actually impressive.
Yeah.
But it's they should have cut before or, like, done a punch in or something where you didn't notice that she had fucked up.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think it would have worked just fine.
Yeah. I think that this movie comes from a time when people are less paying less close attention to that type of thing, you know?
What do you mean?
Well,
I noticed it.
Yeah, and you watched it in
45 minutes.
Oh, that's right.
I watched
30 years after it came out. That's right.
A 2-hour movie in 45 minutes. I'm pretty fast.
But no, I think that, like, you know, you're going to see it on the big screen and then you might see it on TV, but it's not even like high def. It's just people don't pay attention.
I don't like this
people don't catch it as well.
You're doing. They're like, oh, it doesn't need to make sense because people won't catch it the first time. No, you need to have a, what's it called? Not an editor. A
handshake? That's what you're doing? You're doing like a handshake?
I mean, a guy who's there.
Swirling a glass or something.
Just make sure that everything matches.
He's playing the bongos. He's playing the invisible bongos.
Quit explaining what I'm doing with my hands when I'm trying to think. They'll know my secrets. They'll know when I'm lost.
He's drumming the thoughts out of his head. He's figuring it out.
Here, you say something, I'm going to think.
What he's thinking of is he thinks
continuity.
That's right.
You knew the whole time.
I knew the whole time.
You're a dick.
Yeah, because that's irrelevant.
No, it's relevant.
I don't think so.
No, it's my point.
I think they couldn't get it. I think she couldn't
get one.
I think
then
she couldn't do it.
You don't make the movie if you can't hire everyone.
Not they couldn't get a continuity person, you idiot. They couldn't get a take where she did the whole apple.
They should have used the stunt double.
Oh, the stunt peeler.
They had a stunt double for Rosie O'Donnell in that plane.
No,
scene.
that wasn't her. They punch in and it's Tom Hanks' hands peeling an apple.
No, because they're in love. That goes to the movie that he couldn't tell which hands were which. Yeah, I like that. That's pretty good.
He likes the movie now.
Yeah. So, did anyone else notice? You didn't because you didn't watch the movie because we just told you about it. In the flight.
I think most people have seen Sleepless in Seattle.
In the flight scene, they did a Rosie O'Donnell swap where they put another woman as her, and I guess thought we wouldn't notice.
No, they didn't. It was just a random woman.
I thought it was Rosie O'Donnell at first.
It's because you weren't paying attention to the movie.
Man, Rosie O'Donnell is so white. She looks transparent.
She's pale.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you look at her face, you're like, I can see your tissue. Like, I can see your bone in there.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I think it's interesting how they tried to make Rosie O'Donnell this, like, rom-com buddy, and then, like, you know, she had, like, her talk show and was this, like, cutesy, like, that was, like, her whole vibe. And later, like, it kind of comes out that she's this, like, I don't know, broad comic asshole kind of character. Like,
oh, is she?
Yeah, she's just kind of like,
I don't really know much about her other than she came out and it was at a time when people didn't.
Yeah.
And
she would talk about how much she loved Tom Cruise and call people cutie patooties, and that was like her thing in the 90s. And now, like, it's like, oh no, she's this, like, you know, kind of tough New York stand-up, like, which is fine too, but it's just so weird.
She doesn't pronunciate the R, just the A.
Yeah, like my daughter.
Yeah, cracker.
crackers.
Like, hey, you cracker.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm acknowledging that you want me to speak, and am not speaking first.
Okay, first you say something that you like about this movie.
That I liked about
then
this
I
movie?
say something I like about this movie.
Okay. I liked that they kept dressing Tom Hanks in giant elephant coats.
His shirts were enormous.
His jacket, like,
Which was the style
when
at the
he ran
time.
across the street, you could see it dragging on the ground. That's how long of a coat it was. So I don't understand.
To be fair, he was wearing his dad's coat.
What, I don't understand.
You know, like when you're a little kid and you put on your dad's coat.
Oh, is this a big reference?
No.
Oh, okay.
But it is a large reference.
Man, I kind of just want to talk about Fred Savage now.
Fred Dragon.
Fred Dragon.
Fred
Yeah,
Dragon.
that's right. I forgot about that. Freddie was in that movie.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing that I think is really interesting about this movie. It's that most like rom-coms, most love stories, most movies like this are about a big it's about a relationship, you know?
Okay.
This movie builds up to them meeting. You know, you don't know if they obviously they imply at the end that they're meant to be together, that they're, you know, that they have chemistry, they're going to hit it off, it's love, it's whatever, you know, they obviously mean for us to take that away from it. But we have no idea, you know? It's not like the movie ends in a wedding or I don't know.
I don't know. I think he'd stay with her. I think he wouldn't stop because
I think so too,
once
but
you pop, you can't stop. That Pringles can. How'd you feel about that fucking kid? Like how he looked?
I thought he was fine.
Looked like a monster.
Yeah, I don't understand that at all.
It's his teeth.
Just a regular kid with normal teeth.
No, they're tiny. I hate kids' teeth. Like they're fucking so small, and they don't look like smaller versions of adult teeth. They look like little demonic. I don't know what it is. They're tiny and so perfectly square and white. They look like monsters.
Okay.
I don't like kids.
You've got some weird fears to work through about children's teeth.
No, I think that kid in particular, and I think
You have to return that bag of children's teeth I got you for your wedding.
I just figured out he's the kid from Mrs. Doubtfire. He's the boy, the son.
No, he's not.
And he grows up to be handsome, but in this movie, he's not looking his best.
That's not the kid from Mrs. Doubtfire.
I think it is. And then also, it's got the little girlfriend from Uncle Buck.
Yeah.
And she has the same name.
She does not have the same name.
Maisley.
That's not her name. Her name is Jessica.
He said, "This is Maisley."
He said, "This is amazing."
See, it sounds like that, but when I put on the subtitles, it reads otherwise. And we'll post something on the this week's show.
He's a kindergarten cop.
That says the subtitles.
He's in Sudden Death with Jean-Claude Van Damme.
That's good. It's good. You had me at Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah, that was the end of the
good.
sentence. So,
And then he's in Mrs. Doubtfire.
he's not in Mrs.
He's the
Doubtfire.
little boy. What else? This movie made me realize I could not be an architect.
Oh, that's what did it.
Yeah. Besides the geography or the geology. No, geography. Geography?
Got nothing to do with
Besides
any geometry? Is that what you're looking for?
Yeah, that's what I said. Besides the math, I couldn't deal with customers, man. If we were building something and you're like, "Oh, I've changed my mind," I'd be like, "You don't get that choice. That time has passed."
You know,
These are learning moments.
You know, you work in a job that is like that.
I know. That's why I refuse to do bathroom remodels.
Oh,
Because I
sure.
won't do it. Because I won't.
That's why I refuse. Because I won't.
I won't get through. I won't go through like $4,000 worth of material and have someone go, "Oh, you know what?" I'd be like, "No, no, absolutely not."
See, at that point, I'd just be like, well, "You paid for it already. You're paying for the new thing."
Yeah, but I
Whatever.
mean, good luck collecting off that. It's more challenging than you think,
Well, I mean, then you just stop the work.
and you lose the material. You don't take a bath and something like that.
Well, no, you take a lien on their
Get
house.
it? How you gonna do that? What's the process? How much money are you gonna put into it?
It's a contractor's lien. It's actually called a mechanic's lien, and it's a very common practice. It is.
Seem like you know about it.
I do.
Seem like you do good in business. Let me know how that goes. Anyway, you want to talk about this movie? You want to?
We were talking about this movie. That's what we're doing.
Some of my notes, I don't know what they were, and I took them today. That's what I was trying to read real fast.
All right, what do you got?
I wish there was still call-in shows.
Call-in shows.
Oh, call-in shows.
What?
I didn't put the dash.
I was going to say, this is where a dash would have really helped you.
I can't believe I couldn't read that.
I wish there were still call-in shows.
I swear to God, that wasn't a bit.
What could that
I couldn't read
mean?
my note.
Can someone tell me what that means? I just plain don't get it.
Go on. Why aren't there call-in shows
There
anymore?
are.
No, like not like that.
There are, yeah.
Not like international.
That's not international.
In nation.
National is what you want to say.
Okay. What's the difference? I don't know the difference.
National means it's the whole country. International
I feel
means
like that's
multiple countries.
I feel like that's been debunked though.
No, it hasn't. We've talked about it. I can't do this again.
I'm pretty sure you can use them interchangeably now.
No.
I think once upon a time they were different things, but now it's so commonly said.
No one has ever mistaken
My
that.
headphones are coming off. I was listening too hard.
I was too excited.
No, I think
to
that
hear you explain how
you know
wrong I
how
am.
things evolve over time. Like when someone's like, "That's cool," it used to be like, "This refrigerator's cold," but now it's like, "That's bad, that's badass," and that's that. There's a good example. What I just said. That's bad, but really, that's good. See what I'm saying? International.
What are you, fucking Sinbad in 1992?
Yes.
What are you, Bill Cosby, doing stand-up? When I was a boy, we didn't say things. We said something was bad. It didn't mean what we today.
Well,
But
a lot of
today,
Sinbad and Bill Cosby's, it's all about like how they look while they're doing the joke. So you wouldn't get that on radio, like what we're doing.
you see,
It doesn't land well. Also, the diddling didn't land that well. So
yeah,
I'm going to be done with half my notes. I'm just going to throw them over there.
I would really love for you to not throw paper at my space heater.
Well, that was irrelevant.
It was so close.
Yeah.
Don't set my house on fire.
Well, that was unintentional. Let's put it that way.
Still. All right, let's have some notes.
I don't know how to spell O'Donnell. I just realized that.
O''Donnell.
Oh, I was way off. I wrote O'Dannol. O'Dannell.
O'Dannell.
Whoops.
I like it. All right, what do you got?
Nothing.
Nothing.
I have a whole page of notes and I got nothing left. I already talked about the orange peel. Oh, how would you feel?
Orm?
How would you feel if your wife was doing this, was writing to some desperate guy that's sad because his wife died? Like, wouldn't that be?
Oh, I'd be unhappy about it. Yeah,
incredibly uncomfortable.
Yeah, of course.
Like, even if you found out that she was just writing him, and was like, "Oh, I had mixed feelings if I should send." You'd be like, Why are you writing him?"
Are you like sending a condolence card, like, or like?
No, just something.
Yeah, exactly.
No, so no.
It's weird.
Yeah, no matter what you're doing, this is odd.
Yeah, it's weird.
And was Rosie O'Donnell like on the fence about it, or was she like supportive of it?
Oh, she was supportive. She was encouraging.
Okay.
She's like, you gotta do this. She's the one who mailed the letter. Like,
yeah, that's right.
Meg Ryan wasn't gonna mail the letter
because it's serendipitous.
What?
You like that? You like when I use that? It
No.
was serendipitous.
All right.
I like to pronunciate every letter in that word. Saron. It's
Why
almost
can't you just say pronounce?
There's almost like,
Why can't you say pronounce? Why would you say pronunciate?
what's the difference?
One of them's a word.
Pronunciate.
It's not a word.
Yes.
No. No,
I
it's not a
think
word.
that it's been used so commonly. It's like how when you're like, that's bad. You know what I'm saying? You can use whatever words you want.
I think I'm starting to get it.
Try it. I think you'll like it. I'm just gonna start wearing you down.
Start? Jesus. Okay.
What do you have?
Let me ask you this.
Why do both of us, when we get real upset, it's real high? What do you have then? I know what you mean.
What do you think? Do we think that Meg Ryan would go well.
When we don't have tropes, it's
with
really
Gary
hard.
Busey.
It's really hard to do shows when we don't have the tropes or a movie to compare them to.
You know what? Let me tell you something.
Very difficult.
This is like a really magical thing for you to say this because so recently and so many times you've been like, I just don't think we need to do the tropes or compare it to a movie. I'm like, that's the whole structure of the show. That's how it works. And you're like, no, I think it'd be fine.
No, I think what's happening is you have nothing to say but critique Chris. That's all you want to do. You don't want to bring up any fucking intelligent comments. You just want to go, hey, I don't like the way you pronounce that word. Hey, you're using a word I don't think you should use. Hey, Chris,
you're making stuff up.
You're making things up.
You're inventing words. You're peeling an orm.
Hey, you don't like cooked fruit. Like that's all I hear from you on your side. I'm wearing this sweet shirt.
I do like it
for you.
But it won't fit
Not
me.
for
I'm far too fat.
No,
it won't fit
no,
me.
You're stupid. When I buy shirts for you, I buy them so I wear them so you see them.
Oh, so you buy them for you?
No, I buy them for you.
I don't think it's gonna fit
I
me.
don't appreciate.
I just want you to know that I don't think it's gonna fit me.
I thought your shirts that hate question mark.
No,
It's like, I mean, yeah, kind of. Hate? Why? It's you shrugging on the back. I don't think I do.
No, I wanna know like your thoughts on Meg Ryan. If you think she would make a good companion for Gary Busey.
I think she would be annoyed with Gary Busey. I think she would be a little overwhelmed.
She'd be like, I get it. You want 2 meatball sandwiches.
Yeah. I think that their relationship would just kind of be like sometimes they're around each other.
Yeah.
But I don't know. The way I would describe Meg Ryan in this movie is like she seems like the aunt who's always single.
She's very flighty. Oh, you're right. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, and like so at social events she brings like her old college professor kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like it's that awkward thing where
that is such a weird specific that neither of us has experienced,
Yeah.
but like I like it.
I don't know. So like yeah, it seems very platonic, but I can't even imagine them in the car together.
She's very high strung.
I really can't imagine those two sitting together. Like I think they would acknowledge, "Oh, that's my husband" or whatever, but you would never actually see them together. So no, I don't think they're a fit in the
She'd be like, "That's my husband, Angelo Pappas."
Yeah, I don't think they would ever make eye contact. I see nothing with these two. So I don't know how it would go in the zoo when it's breeding season.
She'd tell him that I'm not gonna. You know what? I went down a path.
She'd be off.
It was wrong.
She'd be off writing to Tom Hanks the whole time in the exhibit. No,
Or
I don't think that'd be a good match.
Or alternately. Oh man, I'm fucking talking like an idiot. Or
just make up words. It's way easier when you just use whatever words you want.
She would be emailing Tom Hanks.
Oh,
Because that's what You've Got Mail is about.
she's got mail.
Is they don't know who they're emailing.
Oh, spoiler.
Well,
I haven't
that's the
seen it
whole
yet.
premise of the movie.
I haven't seen it. I said that in this episode.
Okay, but that's not a spoiler. It's the premise of the movie.
spoiler.
It's not a spoiler.
Oh, I didn't do a synopsis.
Go get your paper. Let's do a synopsis real quick. You wrote it.
Do I stretch?
You went to all the... No, your headphones aren't going to reach. Oh, he's doing it. Oh, he's doing it. Oh, he's doing it. That was impressive.
My hair's crazy. Oh my god.
He stuck his hair in the space heater.
Okay. I wrote this before I watched the movie. Tom Hanks is porking the shit out of Meg Ryan in this disastrously cute movie about 2 crazy kids in love. Destiny.
That couldn't be less right. Tom Hanks is porking the shit out of Meg Ryan.
I'd like to write my synopsis off the cover.
Oh, I like that.
So that's what I just kind of like what I think might happen.
Yeah.
And that's how I'm going to do this off the cuff season that we got going on
This
here.
between seasons,
Yeah.
miniseries where we find a lover for Gary Busey. He needs it. He could eat the ass end out of a dead rhino. He's so hungry for love. Quit reading.
I can't read what I wrote. It's difficult.
Right here, I'll do your notes.
Would a laugh end would a laugh end a relationship for you?
Yeah. If it was that bad, I would just...
I think you'd get over it.
I wouldn't. Couldn't. Can't. Won't.
I got over a lack of laugh in my relationship.
Really?
Yeah. My Beth doesn't, like, she doesn't laugh sometimes. She just makes the laughing face, but then just holds it. Like, a laugh's going to come out. Like, she's like, it's like she's posing for a photo of a laugh.
It's like it's like she's out of laugh juice and hasn't refilled it yet. But like the action is still happening.
Like the Tin Man when he's like, oil can, but she's like, fill me up with a laugh.
No, it's like when you go to like spray windshield wiper fluid and it still does the action of it. And
pretending, yeah. That's exactly how it's
there's nothing in there.
My future wife is someone who's out of laugh juice.
Yeah. I like that. Okay. Okay.
She also does fake coughs. Like when she's sick, she'll walk in a room and let you know she's sick. She'll be like, like, yeah, I know. It's day 5. Just sick.
It's day 5. You're still sick.
Sorry, it was a little divergent.
So I think that's different, though.
What? Day 5?
No, having an annoying laugh is different than like not laughing sometimes, but like making a laughing face.
I don't know. Sometimes bad laughter is contagious. Like where you start laughing. Like there's I'm sorry, one of the only podcasts I listen to on a weekly basis. It's
called Joe Rogan.
There's a guy, no, not at all. There's a guy who laughs so big, and I'm going to back up from the mic. He goes like, ha, 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 like where it's so, that's his real laugh, but it's so contagious because of how big and boisterous it is that I laugh every fucking time. I can't not laugh because it's so over the top how he's laughing, but he's being sincere.
All right, let's get this guy on the podcast.
No, he's dealing with a family emergency right now. It wasn't on this week's show.
Oh no!
Yeah, I
Let's
don't
get
know
him.
why. But anyway, his name is Brian Lass. He's really, really funny.
Let's get him.
Okay.
Let's go get him.
When, like now?
We'll pick him up.
He lives in New York.
That's fine. We'll meet him on top of the Empire State Building.
God damn it. That stupid heart.
Yeah.
That movie's stupid.
No, it's good.
And then he just like lets the boy go meet the stranger, and then they're like, okay, I don't know this person at all except she's a creep, so she can be in your life now, son.
He didn't let the boy.
He's irresponsible.
Yeah, I mean, that's
when
true.
he got there, he didn't turn around like, hey, this is terrible. This is awkward. Let's get out of here, son.
Because she was the one that he saw at the airport and thought she was beautiful.
I don't care.
You care.
It's not safe for a child with those teeth. We need to get him into a zoo.
I don't like your obsession with children's teeth.
I don't like.
I feel
that
like you're
going
to do like a tooth fairy type thing.
Have you ever seen Christmas Carol with George C. Scott?
Oh
Tiny
God,
Tim?
I cannot talk about that movie ever again.
Mr. Scrooge. Why?
Because you're obsessed with it.
Have I brought it up before?
For 20 whole years, you've been talking about that goddamn movie. It's
good.
George C. Scott,
It's
Christmas
so
Carol, and
good.
Mary Martin. That's all you ever talk about.
Mary Martin's good, dude. She's good. Like, you believe that she's a man.
You believe she's Peter Pan. It's great.
Except for that whole movie is really like, this is a set.
It sucks. It's a bad movie.
But you believe that she thinks she's Peter Pan.
I do believe that she has some untreated mental illness.
All right. Like, you're like, man, she thinks she's a little boy. Good. We should just watch that. You want to watch that?
No.
That's a musical.
Rather watch Jesus of Nazareth.
That's a good movie. See, there's a ton of movies I like.
That's a miniseries. It's not a movie.
Well, hey,
And you didn't watch it.
well, I had the 2 VHS tapes when I was little.
Earlier we were talking about watching Unbreakable, and you were like, oh, I need to watch that again. I've only seen it once. And I was like, oh, well, have you seen those other movies? To which you replied, half. You've seen half of both movies.
The backside, yeah.
The ends of both the other movies.
Twice, I went to the theater late and didn't know I was late to both those movies.
That's
so I've seen
wild.
half to the end. One time I brought my son because this is a superhero movie, and we were really confused. And I didn't want to tell him that I fucked up. So we just watched it, and he was like, this is confusing. I said, yeah, it's like that.
That's the Shyamalan twist. Is that it's confusing.
And literally walked in like right before the end battle sequence in the last one.
Oh, Glass.
Yeah.
It's very anticlimactic. Dude, that's like 20 minutes of the movie. You walked in for like 20 minutes.
No, it's when he's trying to get out of the room and he has the glass and stabs him like that. It's that part.
Okay.
But I was like, man, this is pretty far. And then it wasn't until about 20 minutes in, I was like, I think we missed some of this movie. Then when it ended, I'm like, we really missed some of this movie.
I didn't know it was a short. Huh. 38 minutes. That's
Split
okay.
was really good, though, I will say.
Yeah, that ending.
What I've seen of it is really, really good.
I liked Split a lot.
Well, we'll have to watch the beginning sometime.
Yeah, I'll watch the beginning with
and
you.
then up to the half. Then we'll watch the rest.
I think we'll watch the first 20 minutes.
Lying to people saying, we gotta watch the beginning. Half of the movie. I don't know how it happens that I see half the movies.
You saw half of this movie.
I don't know how time works all the time.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
I also learned from this movie that Epicac's a real thing. I thought it was just for, not Train Spotting. The Coming Alive,
I've never
Coming
seen
About
Trainspotting.
movie of the 4 boys. They find the body.
Oh, you thought it was from Stand By Me?
Stand By Me. I
With
thought
the kid?
I thought they just made that up.
No.
What he was drinking. Like I thought it was some kind of like paint thinner kind of thing. I didn't know.
No, it is like it's literally something that's used to make yourself vomit.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. I thought he
Also,
like drank.
castor oil.
What's that?
It's a similar thing to Ipecac. It makes you vomit.
This is like Nicholas Castro.
Oh,
Or Nicholas.
okay.
Castor.
Castor
Troy.
Troil.
He's Castor Troil.
Woo!
You want to do the tropes?
We didn't do tropes.
It's episode's falling apart without the tropes.
Okay, hang on.
Do you want
Hot dog thingies. No.
Do you want to talk about what we're gonna do next?
Yeah, we're gonna do Pretty Woman.
Oh, okay. Well, so we did decide that's gonna be next.
Yeah, because you watched it already.
Do we do? I forget on the in between seasons. Do we talk about the movie that we're gonna do next?
We just did.
Okay, but do we what should I have done that?
Yeah.
Good.
Because so last time we did this, we did a weird thing where like we came up with we used the process of like coming up with what movie we were going to do for each actor as like part of the show, which I think worked, I guess, but we didn't do it this time.
No. We're off format. Remember when Meg Ryan said "ho"?
That was weird. That was weird.
She said it a couple times, and I'm glad she did because it didn't register. I was like, I don't know what she said. And then she said it again. I was like, is she saying "ho"? And she says it a third time. I'm like, oh, she's saying "ho." She's saying "ho" as in prostitute.
She says some hoe.
Yeah.
And then she goes, but she didn't look like a hoe. You're
Yeah.
like, oh. This is
I guess
weird.
we feel bad. But no, that's what I'm saying. Like the whole time, it's uncomfortable. Like when she's searching for him through the AAA. What does she do for a living?
She's a writer. She works at a newspaper.
So why did she say she was calling from AAA?
She didn't say she was calling from AAA. She sent a request to the AAA investigative service. It was like a private detective.
Oh, it's not like the roadside assistance.
Yeah, because the reason that like people would be AAA whatever is because they wanted to be listed early in the phone book, so people would looking for something would see it first. Or Acme, the 2A is like that's how that used to work, where they would want to have like a name that would pop that people would see and want to like call them.
Oh, that's slick.
Yeah.
So it's like adding 1 to your bid and the price is right.
$1. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I have. I learned something. I think we all got a little educated. I think we all have learned more about myself. I think if I had to give this movie a score of like A to F, I'd give it a D.
Sure.
Because I think Meg Ryan is just trying too hard to get the D in this movie.
I
that she
think
comes off like a little bit of a diddler.
I think.
And then she's got that kid, so we got to watch out for that.
Yeah, she does.
But we know he can defend himself with those chompers.
Okay.
Go on.
I think that
What would you
we
give it?
have probably B.
B.
I think it's a B.
How do you feel like? How do you expect these movies? Because clearly we're going to stick with like a '90s format, like '90s movies. You think?
Well, we're doing Pretty Woman next. That came out in 1990 or 91.
Okay. Well, I mean, so yeah, '90s, right?
Yeah.
This was '90s something.
Yeah, and then we'll do Sandy B. This was
How do you
93.
How do you think these movies are going to hold up? Like, for instance, like just use for an example from this movie. Is that Rosie O'Donnell was like, she could be something weird, like blah, blah, or like a trans person or like whatever. Like, how do you feel these are going to hold
Yeah.
up with her? And then Meg Ryan saying ho. Just even not just being disrespectful to people, just like the verbiage or
Yeah.
terms or situations.
Yeah, I get that.
Because I feel like this one didn't hold up well.
Well, I think
I even rewatching Breaking Bad recently with the old phones, with the picture pops up on the flip phone. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be so weird in the future watching these movies when you're like, what the fuck was going on with that phone?
Yeah,
like how in this one it was cute, but they had the two corded phones where the kid and Tom Hanks were sitting next to each other. I'm like, oh yeah, this is.
I liked it.
I mean, that one worked, but I'm saying like it's such a fucking timestamp.
No, but you're right. There are like those timestamps, like you say, that I think are interesting and just give it like texture. You know, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, it's 1993. Like, sure, that's how things were. But then there's like, you know, an off-color remark from Rosie O'Donnell or Meg Ryan calling the woman a hoe, which like I bumped on a little. I thought that's kind of weird.
Or a call-in show.
No, call-in shows exist.
I don't think they do.
They do.
Besides what, like a Dave Ramsey situation?
I don't know who that is.
It's a financial wizard.
Okay, we're wizards.
A whiz.
We've talked about it.
A real whiz. He's a real whiz with finance.
I mean, there's still like, you know, The Splendid Chef, or
is that a call-in show?
Yeah, they have people call in.
What would you call in for on a cooking show?
People call in with like, sometimes they'll call in. I know like The Splendid Chef does like every year on Thanksgiving they do a call in where like people can call in and ask questions about like
sell you stuff.
No.
What's that?
I don't know. Pampered Chef. No, Splendid Chef is a show on NPR.
Oh.
And then, you know.
Oh, well, so not real.
There's like Diane Rehm.
That's not a real show, though.
There's, you know.
That's like publicly funding. Like, they need our money.
They do.
Or else they'd fall on their ass. So
everyone does.
I'm talking about like a professional situation.
It is a professional
situation. Where you're
a
doctor, and you're like Dr. Margie or whatever the hell her name was.
Yeah.
And she's bothering people for a living.
I mean, I think Loveline is still a show.
Ah. What's the number? We should just call that.
I don't know.
Fuck these movies. We should just call other call-in shows then if they're so predominant.
So you want to do a special episode where we call call-in shows.
Where we harass people for that's what I want.
Okay.
And Christmas is coming up.
Okay.
And no one has gotten me the Switchblade comb yet, by the way. No one's responded. I've got no packages.
We'll get you one.
So I know you guys don't know where I live, and that's fine, but send them to care of
he lives at a fishing shop.
Switchblade Lover Man. And I live at a bait shop.
It's true. Like you could find it.
Yeah. Or send it to Zach.
Don't send it to me.
Send it to Zach's sister at her salon when you find her. And then she'll get it to me. Actually, no, I'll pick it up there because she'll be doing my hair and we can use it then.
Yeah.
Switchblade.
So is this your wedding haircut?
It's a hat. I don't have my hat on.
I know. Actually. Is this your haircut for your wedding?
Kind of.
I got my haircut for your wedding.
Oh, cool.
Because I want to show you up. I want to look better.
Okay.
It's gonna be hard.
Best of luck.
You're a beautiful boy.
Yeah, he'll be there.
It's gonna be hard.
Oh, they said you're beautiful.
No. God damn it. All right. So
everyone get their haircut for my wedding. That'll be my gift.
So next week we're gonna talk about Pretty Woman.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I'm pretty excited about it.
You know, here's the thing.
What's the thing?
Maybe we'll call an audible here.
What do you mean? No, I watched the movie. We have to do it.
I don't know if we do.
No, I had to watch that goddamn movie.
This is why I say that you only like action movies. Because Pretty Woman is one of these movies that, like, everybody likes. Everybody thinks it's a good movie. I don't think everyone
likes that movie. I looked it up.
I've never met anyone who's seen it who didn't like it.
I looked it up.
And I don't know you, so that doesn't count. So our plan...
I'm not going to get into that movie, but we're doing it because I had to watch it.
So our plan...
Unless you're going to watch a different movie, and then we can try and figure out how they relate to each other. And we do some tropes off that.
I could probably do that.
We do. Then you do Ugly Man. I do Pretty Woman, you do Ugly Man. It's a movie I'm producing right now.
Okay. No, I was thinking
the inner workings of a mind. It's about me.
So we had a plan to do some Christmas episodes.
It won't work, dude.
Why?
This is up our plan.
How would it mess up our plan?
Big Lebowski. That's what's so simple about it. Go on.
Okay. We're going to discuss off the air. Figure out what we're actually doing next week.
Pretty Woman.
We'll see.
Okay.
Pretty soon.
Pretty sure
we'll see.
We're doing Pretty Woman.
Oh, good stuff.
Okay.
All right.
You ready to put this
I'm
one
ready
in
to
the
put this one to
bag?
bed. We did it. You did it. I did it.
Together
As a team. Well, thanks for listening this week. Tell your friends about us and be sure to subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. If you like what we do, you can rate and review us on Apple Podcasts. You can find us online at KeystoneCopycats.com. We're at Keystone Copycats on Instagram and Facebook. If you got something to say, you can email us at KeystoneCopycats@gmail.com or leave us a voicemail at 513-239-7682. Go listen to Sinclarity, A Dinosaur's Tale. Tim just got married. Congratulations. And until next time, I'm Zach, and he's going to be...
Grease.
Yeah,